the ministry of reconciliation, and might reconcile us both to God in one body through the cross, thereby killing the hostility. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 16, the English Standard Version. The ministry of reconciliation that the Apostle Paul mentions in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 18 has always intrigued me. The ministry of reconciliation is the work believers in Jesus the Christ have been given to do. The message believers declare is, you too can have a restored relationship with God in Jesus the Christ. The Apostle Paul says, all this is from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. This means that believers have to be reconciled before they engage in the ministry of reconciliation. In our text for today, the Apostle Paul announces that reconciliation with God through Jesus the Christ engenders peace, and peace begets unity among members of a single body, the church. What the Apostle Paul has done, surprisingly, is exemplify believers' unity using a symbol of death, the cross. The Apostle Paul uses the cross to focus the reader's attention on the statement which follows. He notes that Jesus' crucifixion results in the end of the spiritual hostility between Jews and Gentiles. Of greater significance, it removes the spiritual hurdle between humanity and God. The cross of Jesus the Christ killed this spiritual barrier. Through Christ, both Jews and Gentiles had sheer access to salvation through faith in Jesus the Christ, joining in one family of God. In 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 18, the Apostle Paul shares, for the word of the cross is folly to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. The cross does not make sense to unbelievers. However, to the saved, it signifies God's power to change lives. A part of the challenge with the church today is that it includes a mixed multitude of people, the reconciled and the unreconciled. Yet, church leaders seem not to understand why there are so many challenging experiences in the church among believers. The problem might very well be that the unreconciled are engaged in the ministry of reconciliation. The ministry of reconciliation is synonymous with discipleship. Only disciples can make disciples. The harassment that pastors have been getting from church leaders might very well be a case of the unreconciled occupying leadership roles in the church. Reconciliation brings peace, and peace makes unity possible. Lord, help us as leaders to make the hard decision to take the ministry of reconciliation seriously, so that the witness of the church is not compromised. Amen. You have been listening to Morning Manna with Reverend Bonnie EBW Smith, Superintendent of the Moravian Church Antigua Conference and Minister of Christian Education. Have a magnificent Monday. God bless you.